Welcome back to Open Window Politics. They're going to be going through a prediction between Gavin Newsom on the Democratic side versus J.D. Vance on the Republican side. So we will start with the state of Nevada. By each of these candidates, Gavin Newsom is the current governor of California, and then, of course, J.D. Vance is the current vice president, former senator from Ohio. But this is going to be an interesting matchup. Currently, today, that this seems like the most likely outcome after the dust has settled in the primaries, that Newsom will probably be the Democratic nominee, while Vance will most likely be the Republican nominee. Things could definitely change. We've still got quite a while before the election, so we're just going to do this hypothetical prediction now. I do think that in the state of Nevada, that Gavin Newsom would probably be able to win the election. The atmosphere right now is a lot more favorable for Democrats than it was in 2024. The state, the Hispanic American population throughout the Southwest is going to be a key voting group, and Democrats lost quite a bit of support. Harris did among that group in the Southwest, which resulted in a lean victory for Trump in the state of Arizona. And then, of course, Trump was even able to win the state of Nevada, which was a fascinating election result. And I do think that in the long run that the Sun Belt will become more and more Democratic friendly, while the Rust Belt will become Republican friendly. But for now, I'm going to go with the tilt red rating in Arizona with the tilt blue rating in Nevada. So next up, we're going to go to Georgia and North Carolina. Both of these states are going to be interesting states in the 2028 election. They've got some exciting Senate elections, both of those in 2026. And those can give us an indicator on whether or not Democrats are favored to win the states or not on the presidential level. I do think that between these two states, that Georgia, I think I'm going to actually do Georgia in the tilt blue column, has the most likely chance of voting for Newsom, whereas the state of North Carolina, I'm going to put in the tilt red column, going for J.D. Vance. That is 16 electoral college votes for each candidate, and that is 247 to 246. I did forget the little district here in Omaha. I think I'm going to actually do a lean rating. Even Harris was able to win this Nebraska congressional district, electoral district. And I do think that Newsom would probably be able to expand on her lead and turn it into the lean category. And then we get to the three Rust Belt states. These are really going to be who determines the presidency most likely. So I'm going to start out in Wisconsin. Wisconsin I feel most confident about. I do think Wisconsin and Michigan are most likely going to be in the Democratic column if the election were to be held today. And with that, that's 273 to 246. And I do think that there's going to be another state in the Newsom column, that of course being the last state I have yet to characterize, being the state of Pennsylvania. So that is 292 for the Democrat Gavin Newsom to 246 for the Republican J.D. Vance. Feel free to agree or disagree with me in the comments. I always love hearing you guys' perspectives. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.